Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You're watching Open, and we thank you and appreciate you. Our last guests are the founder of Digo No Mas, CEO of Forme Medical Center and Urgent Care, and manager of administration for Yonkers Public Schools. And they join us today to highlight their upcoming I Say No More to Sexual Assault. No Mas. It's a big march. So please welcome to the show, María Trusa and Dr. Fenix Arias. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us here. We are definitely very excited to be able to talk about the topic in hand here, especially on this month that is the National Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Thank you.
Now, this is big because a lot of people, they don't really want to talk about sexual assault. It's happening all around us. Some people keep it quiet, and others will come out and say, hey, you know, I have a problem. I have a situation that I would like to talk about. How did you guys start this? And did you have any personal things in your life that helped you get more involved in this situation that you're involved in now?
So I started Digo No Mas in this year. Actually, Fenix is joining us because Fenix worked for the school district, and we're doing our first march against sexual abuse. But it comes from my story. I wrote a book 2 years ago, and when I started talking and doing a lot of public speaking engagement about sexual abuse, my story, unfortunately, I, at the age of 9, I'm a survivor. And unfortunately, is a tough story that, you know, is always hard to tell, but I'll give you a little summary. You know, at the age of 9, I was in the Dominican Republic. I was born and raised there. And my father, who is supposed to be my protector, ended up giving me to one of his friends. And this man brutally raped me that night, a very dark night that changed my life forever. And after writing the story and trying to really impact the world, because this is something that we keep very silent, you know, there's a lot of shame in saying that my father, who does that? So to me, I decided after I was doing a lot of public speaking engagement that I realized that there is a silent pandemic, because so many people were coming to me, reaching out saying, I was abused. I was sexually abused when I was a child. So I realized that this is not just my story, but the story of millions of people.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you guys are here to talk about it, because it is a lot of people's stories. What would you say to people who had experienced a situation, but just they want to keep it quiet? They want it to go away, but in their mind, it really never goes away. There has to be some way where they can get it out. What do you guys recommend?
And I'm glad you asked that question, if I may, Maria, because to María Trusa talk about her story and share her story, how brave she is. We realized through the District Attorney's Office of Westchester that there is actually an increase of children who are being abused. And through conversations, we started talking how this is a giant, sleepy giant. It's a silent pandemic that nobody wants to recognize. And by doing so, we realized that we are glorifying the abuser while further punishing the victim. Because what we do as a family—
not saying anything about it.
Yes, so but as a family, that shame, that embarrassment that it happened, the parents feel guilty, the child feels guilty, and oftentimes threatened. And it takes sometimes a teacher or a classmate to realize that something is off. And our goal as a school district is to teach children and raise awareness about if you are touched, you can speak up. We have the support system. School districts do not investigate. What we are mandated reporters. And once we call either CPS or the police, they will conduct the investigation. They are the agencies trained to conduct the investigation. So partnering up with Digo No Mas, I Say No More, which is the signal, is basically telling our students, families, friends, our community, you are not alone. Speak up because we're here for you. So
How
April
can you
30th.
tell? Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
On April 30th, we're asking the community from the Bronx, from Yonkers, from any closer community to come to 40 South Broadway, which is the Mayor City Hall, and walk with us to Eugenio María de Hostos School and breaking that silence and empowering our children.
Yeah. How do you tell if no one tells? How can you tell someone
Doing this. So people, you said, like, how do you start? Like, if you think that your trauma, you're not carrying it with you, I have to tell you, as a survivor, you are. This trauma is driving you. And if you think because you have it quiet that nobody knows except you, there is a book that is called the Body Keeps the Score. And I talk about this at every time I speak, because in the book, he says, the psychologist, you are at war with yourself until you break the silence. And all of us uniting to break the silence together makes us so strong, and it breaks the chains that we have been creating of sexual abuse, that we are passing it on to the next generation. It is a generational trauma that we're passing along, Bob.
I get it. I get it. So we have this march that's coming up, the Sexual Assault Awareness March. Where is it, and how can more people get involved?
The march is in Yonkers. They can actually register for the march, or they can show up. They can register if they go to yodigonomas.com, or they can also come to YonkersPublicSchools.org. I-say-no-more. I say no more, just dashes in between. They can register for it. Also, we have packages. We're also looking for sponsors. María Trusa actually is looking for sponsors. Which they can support in-kind donations. And it's basically to provide water, to provide food, to provide at the end of so the march, to answer your question, begins at City Hall, which is 40 South Broadway, Yonkers City Hall by the Unity Fountain. From there, we are going to walk, it's only a mile. We are going to walk to Eugenio María de Hostos Micro-Society School, which is on 78 Morris Street. And when we get to the school, we are hoping to have vendors and also organizations who can provide support to any victim, because we can trigger people that they to basically come out and say that they have been abused. So we're planning to
during that 1 mile walk. Yeah, you
Yes.
may, some people may want to come out, and I'm glad that you have that support there, because you never know.
And in addition, we're having 4 different workshops.
Oh, I was going to say that. Yeah, I think we're adding more workshops as we go. But I also want to say that Stony Brook, which is a tremendous organization, that they're going to be here doing workshops. And the workshops, we need to educate. In order to prevent, we need to educate. We need to break the silence, and we need to give support. So that's what Yo Digo No Más is doing. And I love, and I can tell you that I'm so honored that I'm working with Dr. Quesada and his team, the mayor of Yonkers, the 3rd largest school district and one of the best, I have to say, because if Dr. Quesada was here, he'll be saying that. So to unite, to be able to support our community and in such an important topic. I mean, this is something that affects all of us, the children in the school, the teachers, everyone. So it's, as you could tell, I'm extremely passionate about this work and feel totally blessed, even to be here, Bob. The idea is to continue spreading the word and impact millions of people. And you're helping us. BronxNet is helping us do this. So thank you.
If you need to come back more often, then do so, because we do have to spread the word and keep the awareness out there. Let people know that this is happening. This is really, really going on. This is happening. And then we'll probably get some of those people who were afraid in the past, or for some reason, maybe the stigma of, wow, look at you, you got into trouble somehow, you fell prey to somebody. it may help that person just dig down deep inside and just bring it out. And I think that would be a great thing for them, just to get it out.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Absolutely.
And healing is, healing is possible. That's what we wanted. We want to concentrate that we can go from victim to creators. We are able to do this. And my story is one of the story of many people. We have a YouTube channel where we have a show, our talk show, Yo Digo No Más, I Say No More. It's on YouTube and it has over 105,000 views only on 12 episodes, 12 shows, 2 seasons. We are coming out with the 3rd season in May, and the views are telling us that this is something that is needed. And when you hear other people sharing their process and how they healed, it's not only just breaking the silence, but it's giving you hope. And that's what we want to be able to do with this walk as well.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Where can people go for more information?
Again, they can visit yodigonomas.com.
Yep.
mariatrusa.org, or they can come to Yonkers Public Schools, plural.org. And I Say No More with dashes in between to register for the march or to learn more about the march.
Well, thank you guys so much for all that you're doing, helping to create the awareness for our community. We thank you, we love you, and we really, really appreciate you.
Thank you
We
so
look
much.
forward to seeing you on the march.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well,
We'll
I'll
see you
produce
there.
get all the information. There you go.
And all of you watching, we need to unite. Even if you are someone that is not a survivor, you have children, parents, you need to join us. This affects our children, and we together could really make a serious impact and break those chains of sexual abuse. Thank you so much.
Thank you. María Trusa and Dr. Fenix Arias. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you. That's it for the show. We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice, let your choice control the chooser. We'll catch you another day, another way. And I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. We love you all. Peace.